The average house in the United States right now is sitting at 44 years old, which means that it was constructed before the first ever blockbuster. I want you to let that sink in. And here's why I'm bringing it up. It's not just a fun bit of trivia, it actually has financial implications for both sellers and buyers in the Seattle housing market that not enough people are talking about. So let's dive in and get to those numbers. Hey guys, I'm Emily Hazard. I'm a real estate agent at Keller Williams Greater Seattle, and this is She's Got the Keys. Today, we're going to be diving into some research from the Harvard Joint Center of Housing, and they have given us some really important data about what's going on in the housing market today. So, at the heart of this issue is new construction. We simply are not building enough homes, and we haven't been doing that for a very long time. So, the homes that are on the market, they're aging in place. People aren't really replacing those. And it just hit a record 44 years. That's the first time ever that the average home was 44 years old. In some parts of the country, it's even much worse than that. In Buffalo, New York, the average age of their home is 69 years old. That's post World War II construction. There's going to be a lot of deferred maintenance with those houses, kiddos. Now, here in Seattle, we're no Buffalo, New York, especially out in Snohomish County. We have quite a few new developments out there. However, if you're looking at homes in Ballard or Beacon Hill or Cap Hill, it wouldn't be uncommon for you to find a house that was built in the 1940s, 50s, or 60s. And those homes are going to require a little bit of extra care and might be more expensive than you think. So let's get into the numbers. So if you're a buyer right now, you're probably going to be looking at older homes, statistically speaking. There's going to be more product for you to look at if you include that in your search criteria. However, what I want you to know about these older homes is that 50% of the repairs or home improvements are going to be things that you cannot see. I'm talking about furnaces, I'm talking about water heaters, siding, things that are not really going to beautify your space. It's not going to be that Pinterest kitchen you've been looking at for years. That's going to have to come later on because all of these major home systems have a lifespan of generally about 10 to 30 years, and then they need replacing, and it's not cheap. And the cost of everything has gone up. So costs of homes have gone up, but also the cost to repair those homes have gone up significantly. So what does that mean for home buyers? That means that if you plan to buy an older home and you have all of these ideas about renovations, please make sure that you have a lot of money in reserves. We're talking $7,000 to $14,000 a year for basic repairs, not including what you would consider lipstick or embellishments. This is just kind of the baseline of what you should expect. So if you're a first-time home buyer, I want you to budget 1 to 2% of your purchase price for those home repairs because that's about what it's going to take to maintain this house. And if you're nervous about it or this makes you feel scared, just know that there are home warranty programs that will protect you within that first year if any of the major systems, I'm talking your HVAC, I'm talking your washer dryer, your oven, if they were to stop functioning, then you could have a warranty to get it replaced. So if you are a seller thinking about putting your home on the market and you want to get as much equity as possible out of it, or you're a buyer who's shopping around and you're thinking about putting in some sweat equity, this part of the episode is for you because not all home renovations are valued equally. In fact, some will get you much more money back than others. So let's get into it. Zillow put out data on which home renovations would actually get you the highest return, and some of these might surprise you. So for number one, the first thing you want to look at is your garage door. If you can replace your garage door, you will see a 350% return on your investment. That's buku bucks, bud. Number two on the list is going to be a new front door. And that makes perfect sense to me because it's the first thing people see when they walk in. It changes how they feel about the age of the home. You're gonna get a 216% return. Number three on the list is going to be adding some stone veneer to the outside of your house. That will get you a 208% return. If you were to upgrade your siding to a cement siding, you're gonna get 116%. And then minor, and I mean minor kitchen updates, you're gonna make about 113%. Now, if you look at all the items I'm talking about, all of them include exterior items and nothing to do with the interior of the home. Now, it might be that you can't live in the house the way it is, so you have to remodel it, but you probably aren't going to see that in your equity package when the home is put on the market. And if you are in a position to sell your house, please don't think that you have to fully renovate it in order to sell it. More often than not, minor updates are going to do a world of difference. And paint freshens everything up. So before you decide to make any huge renovations before putting it on the market, please, please, please have an agent walk through it with you and just give you some pointers on what is going to actually move the needle when it comes to the price point. All right, I want to bring it back to home literally because I want you to feel like you can leave this episode knowing whether or not it is worth it to buy an older home in King County or Snohomish County. And my answer to that question is almost always yes, but it depends. It depends on how much work the property actually needs. And the only way to know that is by having an inspector get in there and do the work and see what is failing and what is working. The Seattle market is still undersupplied, meaning we have more people that need to buy homes than actual homes. So if you are only looking at new builds, that's going to greatly reduce the amount of product and inventory that you have access to. A 1960s home in Shoreline or Snohomish that has been well maintained on a sizable lot, that is something that might actually have more value in 10 years than a brand new build that is on a smaller lot because they just aren't making more land. But if you're looking at some of these older homes, it's really important that you also budget in the purchase price what it's going to take to get these systems into an operational mode or even a place that is safe to live in. Sometimes the homes that are purchased need quite a bit of repairs before people can reside within them. So part of your budget should be, what does it cost to bring the home to a place where you can actually live in it? And from there, you can start to build out a 2, 3, 5-year plan of how you want to renovate it. And if you're a seller of an older home, I don't want you to panic, but I do want you to be a little bit more strategic when it comes to your home renovations. So if you're thinking about putting your house on the market in the next 6 to 12 months, focus on the exterior of the house and get an agent in there to see what will really impact the sale and what is something that you just want to disclose to the new buyers beforehand. Okay, so here are the main takeaways. The average American home, it's getting older, you guys. And so whether you are buying or selling, you need to be aware of the financial costs that come with maintaining a home. And you need to put that as part of your plan. So instead of just budgeting for the purchase of the home, budget for the systems of the home as well. And if you're nervous, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I have lots of information. I've been doing this for years. It's literally my job, you guys, and I'd love to help you out. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.